Hi, this is Jessica, and we are going to talk today in this brief video about what it looks like for the heart types 2, 3, and 4, to be their absolute best version of themselves. Again, the reason I make these target videos is so that you know a target of what you're aiming for. If you are one of these types as a core type, or if you have a wing or a line to these types, it can be useful for you. These are not just pie in the sky dreams that are not attainable. These are real things that you can do, 2s, 3s, and 4s, that will release you from much of the bondage that your ego holds you in, and it will free you to be a child of God and a person of worth, and to know that you have divine tasks that you are uniquely gifted and talented to do, and love and creativity and skills that you bring to the table. But for you to be able to tap into those at their highest levels or at your highest potential, these certain things have to be let go. We have to release certain things or false beliefs we have about ourselves. Okay, so let's start with type 2. 2s have this belief that they are not allowed to take care of themselves. They are not allowed to deal with their own needs or their own feelings. It's somehow off limits. Maybe it's too selfish, but they should always be taking care of other people. Okay, bad idea, right? So when a 2 finally reaches her highest level of herself, she has an aha moment that she is allowed to take care of her own needs and feelings. And when she gets to that place, it sets her free. And then she can start loving other people without strings attached, right? Because now she's able to voice her needs or to say no when necessary, to have boundaries, to not exhaust herself trying to do all the things for all the people and impress the important people. And she doesn't have to do any of that anymore. She can have self-care. She can find out what it is her heart really wants, and she can attend to that. Through prayer and her connection with God, she can then be truly loving and generous. And at this point, she is soaked in humility, but it's a beautiful humility where she's not trying to bolster herself or make herself better or higher than others. She just rests in God, knowing that she is loved. And now she can love herself and others unconditionally, which is really what 2s do best, because our 2 friends really are the most relationally connected and full of love and joy and, giggles and all the fun things, all the compliments, sincere compliments though, right? Helping people, whether or not the people even know that it's her, even maybe like anonymously, doing good anonymously, right? She can just do all this good and love people in all of her big-hearted ways, because now she knows how her and spirit can work to take care of herself. She doesn't have to make others guess what she needs or wants. Okay, type 3s. Once type 3s realize that their worth and value is not hinging on what other people think of them, that sets them free. Once a 3 realizes that she is valuable and worthy in and of herself, she stops putting all of her attention on shape-shifting and masking and creating an image that other people will be impressed by. And now, you know what she can do with her time and energy? She can figure out who she really is. Our 3 friends really struggle to know who they are at their core because they've spent a whole lifetime trying to be who everyone else wants them to be. So now, sweet 3s, now that you know you're loved all along and you're worthy all along, you can stop putting on the show, stop the performance, and ask yourself who you really are and what you really want. And in that space, now you're free to be you. You are free to bring your real talents and skills to the table. And in that space, you are actually, you're authentic, you're genuine, right? Deceit is not necessary anymore. You don't have to pretend that you are something that you are not. And now, once you know who you genuinely are, you can shine that forth in a beautiful way. And that is, your highest reflection of the divine is once you know who the divine has made you to be. And type 4s. Our type 4s can get really spiraled out of control when they get super hyper focused on what's wrong with them. So for a 4, liberation comes. The highest level of health for a type 4 is when she realizes she is no more screwed up than everybody else. See, and her ego 4 is so obsessed, we'll call it, with her own problems and shortcomings and failings and flaws that she doesn't get out of her emotion and sadness much, because she's like super self-absorbed with her problems. Like, and you know, it kind of feels like, well, until I get myself to normal levels, I surely don't have anything to offer. But here's the news. Here's the good news. You're already at normal levels. You are no more screwed up than any of the rest of us. We're all screwed up. And you're not a super screw up. You're just a regular human. And like all of us humans, you've got things about you that are great already, right now, as is. So now your attention doesn't have to go to what's wrong with you and how you're flawed and how sad that makes you and how it's hard to get out of bed and it's hard to get moving and it's hard to get in your body and take action towards things because you're such a screw up. No, do it screwed up. That's what the rest of us are doing. So once 4s realize that, they can start being creative. They start refreshing themselves. You know, 4s are really good at, it's like uniquely expressing themselves in beautiful ways in art and in music and being super empathetic and really deep and profound. And once a 4 takes her attention off of all of the things that make her worse than everybody else, which isn't true, then she is free to be her highest version of her godlike self. All right, these ideas are taken from the research of Riso and Hudson. And if you like this channel, or I should say, if you like these videos, please like this channel and subscribe. And I'm a life coach. If you want to do one-on-one calls, I'm available. Thanks for watching.